Well, it's time to spring into the season at the annual Home and Garden Show at State Fair Park this weekend. And this morning on Live at Daybreak, we're bringing a little bit of the show to you. We've got some experts here to talk about how to refresh your home decor with a little bit of color. Please welcome Carrie Shannon and Jeff McKeithron, interior designers with the Boston Store Furniture Gallery. Good morning to both of you, gentlemen. Good morning. You brought in a lot of pillows this morning. Jeff, why is this new for 2012?
One new thing, both in our department store and at the Home and Garden Show, is give your home and garden the time of day as the theme this year, as well as in our department stores is Pop a Color. And that relates not only into the clothing, but into your home fashions and what we brought with us. And Carrie's one of our 6 award interior designers at the gallery. And he's going to kind of walk us through
Carrie, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the we see a lot of pillows, but what are my naive eye sees a lot of pillows. What do you want to bring out of this display?
I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that color doesn't need to be a huge financial or emotional commitment. We're basically working with a very neutral color palette, but bringing in some of the color trends for this year. With some acid green, tangerine, and
so would these all be considered acid green that you have?
Oh, they would indeed.
Okay. And what are some of the other colors that you wanted to point out?
We've also got a lot of purple being shown this year. So again, just taking a neutral palette, changing.
So this is a very neutral colored gray chair that can change a lot based on what pillows you put on there.
Again, working with a very neutral color palette, you can change your look every year. You can certainly keep up with the color trends that are coming down the pike from the color forecast.
And any taboos, like can you put 2 different patterns together on a chair?
You not only can, but you should.
You should.
It's absolutely a great idea.
I came up with a great fashion idea. That would be a first. Did you hear that, honey, at home? All right. So these are 2 different patterns that you put on the same chair.
Absolutely. Pattern is, I think, something that's very interesting. It gives the room a lot of life.
And it sounds like this is something that you can do to very inexpensively refresh a room without having to spend a lot of money on buying an entire new couch or new chairs.
Indeed. When I work with a client, I like to do basically a very neutral palette, which can be switched out with simply changing your wall color.
And so, Carrie, are some of these colors more appropriate for different seasons? Are there some colors that you don't recommend, like when it gets warmer out for the room?
These are indeed very summery colors. I think the purple color palette would be something that could transition through the entire year. The tangerine and the acid green, very summery, very spring.
Do you have one other example that you could show for us? One other combination that makes sense? Well, we're going to change the lamp out, too.
How about that?
A lot of green.
And this is these are colors are it seems like they could fit into a traditional or a more modern looking type home.
Indeed. They absolutely can indeed. I'm doing a little PowerPoint presentation later today at the Realtors Home and Garden Show about taking these colors and doing them in both a contemporary as well as a traditional setting.
If we could bring you back around, Carrie, and if you guys want to just tell us a little bit about where we can find you guys over at the Home and Garden Show and what people are in store for when they come to see you.
You can't miss our booth. It's got a lot of purple and pinks and bright colors in it.
Kind of like the chair.
Like the chair. And stop by and visit with us. We have all of our sales consultants and as well as our interior designers will be there to answer any questions throughout the entire show. So please stop in and see us either there or at the store.
Carrie, Jeff, thanks so much, men, for coming in this morning to talk about these great ideas for our home. And you can get more details about this year's Home and Garden Show by just heading to the links section of our website, today's TMJ4.com.